Sorry for the video in the dark. It is still not finished counting the election votes. We know that would happen. Those who watch my channel will know that on Monday I went to go see the president at a rally. It was very inspiring, wonderful thing, and I hope to have the opportunity to see him again as president. And I know it looks hopeless at this time, but it's very clear that the Democrats are cheating. One big example I saw last night was Virginia. The president was ahead by 7 or 8 votes, 7 or 8 percentage points, and they already called it for Biden. And now here we are with Alaska being twice as many votes for Trump as for Biden, and they still won't give him those measly 3 electoral votes. So the whole system is rigged. This is ridiculous. For those who were not paying attention to what the president has been saying, he is convinced that he can win Nevada and he can win Arizona. And I believe it's in his favor that perhaps these are being held out a little bit because Pennsylvania has to give us the answer Friday, whereas these maybe didn't give us the answer yet. Or if there's a recount, that's probably even more in the president's favor, particularly in Nevada, where it's very close, but also in Arizona, where there are a lot of votes that haven't been counted yet, and more than enough that could be for the president, and also by virtue of the fact that these votes came in late in an all mail-in election, these are the people who want to make sure that their votes get counted, and so they're dropping it off on the day. And so don't let your heart be troubled, as Sean Hannity is wont to quote from the Christian scriptures there. And as our Rebbe Nachman Lahavdil would say, it's osur to be miyayish. You're not allowed to give up hope. And it's very clear that the president could still win this. And it's in his favor to use all of the avenues that he can and not to concede until we know what actually took place and not the games that the Democrats are playing. So we'll see what happens, and don't give up. This isn't Mitt Romney, this isn't John McCain, this isn't Jeb Bush, this isn't some pushover Republican who won't stand up for himself. This is President Donald J. Trump. He's going to stand up for himself. He's going to demand every vote gets recounted. I want to see even perhaps New York be recounted. I don't believe New York. I don't believe any of this. And we saw how quickly now, they wanted to make it look like Texas was a swing state, and even Montana they originally had going for Biden. I don't know what they're, with all the drugs that have been legalized this election day. I wonder what kind of drugs those people are taking when they think that Montana was going to go for Biden. The fact of the matter is, the margin between in Texas for Trump is the same margin as in Pennsylvania, but they won't give him Pennsylvania. And New York is creeping more and more towards that as more and more votes are being counted. We're seeing that the difference between the Republicans and the Democrats in New York is shrinking. And it's getting awfully close. Something, when it started off, they said it would be something like 70 to 30 or something like that. And now it's something like 45 to 55. The big problem, and I'm all for libertarian ideas and politics, and I don't have a problem that they're legalizing these drugs. I just think that they have to follow the federal laws, and the Congress, has to do their part with this if that's what it's supposed to be. And I don't know. I don't care one way or another because I have no interest in taking these drugs, but I do want to see less people being sent to prison for just merely taking drugs. And certainly if they commit a crime while under the influence of the drug, that's a different story. They should be, prosecuted for the crime and not for the drug, which is happening more and more in America today. And we're getting closer and closer to that. But the point that I'm saying is that we have to clean this up a bit, but we can't lose hope. But it's really the way that it's being reported is rigged. The fact that they won't give those 3 points from Texas, because if they would treat Pennsylvania and South Carolina and North Carolina and Georgia the way they're treating the states that are going for Biden, Trump would be in the lead right now. And really be all down, really just to Nevada, and Nevada is winner take all. And what's going on? They're trying to make it look like, so we should give up, and to make the president look like a fool when he's not. He's winning this thing. He's probably even winning the popular vote. They're just not telling us. They're trying to keep it from us, and then they dump a whole bunch of ballots, a whole bag of 100,000 votes, and they're all for Biden? How is that even possible? So, not even one for Trump? I mean, even Washington, D.C. had a couple of hundred votes for Trump. What's going on here? So, he won Florida, he won Pennsylvania. It's almost like Biden is in on the whole rigged deal when he said that he could win without Florida and Pennsylvania. He might not be as dumb as he looks. He knows he's cheating and he's complicit in it. Let's listen a little bit more Mark Levin. I'm going to turn off the camera now, and I'll feel good listening to Mark Levin because Hugh Hewitt was getting me depressed this morning. He still had some hope, but like Mark Levin makes it sound like we won this whole thing. I mean, all the frum Jews in the suburbs around Detroit, they could turn this thing around, All right. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment. We'll see you later.